What's up, everyone? Justin Crumley here with the CuJo Productions channel, and yeah, guess what's back? This is the new and improved, not so new but improved CuJo Productions Sports Talk. You might remember this better as the CuJo's Sports Vlog or CuJo Sports Talk show. Well, I changed the name again. It's the CuJo Productions Sports Talk now. That's it. It's going to be that way for a while, and you might notice I'm not actually in front of a camera. I'm doing a voiceover. That is also a new little thing I decided to do. It's actually a major change that is coming to my channel. One of many. There's going to be many changes to my channel after October, after Creepypastathon is over. I hope you guys are enjoying that so far. But I wanted to get a sports talk out there, a CPST, as they're probably going to be abbreviated from now on. I wanted to get one out there just to kind of give you guys a hint as to what's coming. Yeah, there will be more information on my channel in November. I'm going to make some heavy changes after October. Again, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying Creepypastathon. If you haven't seen any of the videos, they are all on my channel, as well as last year and the year before. And without further ado, let's get started. Now, a lot like when I first started this, I'm going to mainly focus on the Red Wings, Lions, Patriots, Michigan Wolverines, mostly football, the Tigers, and from time and time again, the Pistons. You know, I'm still not the biggest NBA fan, but I do pay attention to what the Pistons are doing here and there. I do want them to do good, so yeah, I guess you can consider me a fan, and as such, I will cover them, at least give you a bit of a recap if I feel it's necessary. If I don't feel like talking about the Pistons, I won't, so don't expect it every time. Also, not every team is going to get covered in every installment. I might do an installment where it's just the Red Wings, where it's just the Lions or the Patriots, or I might do an installment where it's more than just one team. So just wanted to get that out of the way. That about the CuJo's Production Sports Talk hasn't changed at all. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get this ball rolling. All right, first up, we're going to talk about the Red Wings. Now, the season just started this past Friday, and the Red Wings are, at the moment, 2-0-0. They look really good in these past two games. I will get into a few things I have to gripe about, but you might notice Justin Ablocator is on the front cover of this part of the show, and that's because not only has he been dominating as a Red Wing, but he was voted the first NHL All-Star of the Week, or something like that. I think it's like the first star of the week or something. He's tearing it up. He had a hat trick on opening night against Toronto, and he also had I think he had an assist. Yeah, he had an assist on the second game against Carolina. So he's off to a great start. He's already got 4 points. He's absolutely tearing it up. Justin Ablocator, keep up the good work. I also want to give a little shout out to Henrik Zetterberg, who had 3 assists and a goal, so he also has 4 points. Zetterberg actually had 3 assists in game 1 and had a goal, the opening goal against Carolina this past Saturday night. Also, Dylan Larkin, man, the kid's nuts. He's the first teenager to play on the Red Wings, I think, since Yzerman. And I read something that said in the last 24 years, Dylan Larkin's the first teenager. He's only 19 years old, and let me tell you, this kid could not be off to a better start. He has a goal. He had a goal in the first game and an assist, and he also had another assist in the second game of the season against Carolina. So he's got 3 points on the year. So the Red Wings are looking good. Jimmy Howard opened up the season against Toronto with a shutout. Mrazek played against Carolina on Saturday night, and he gave up 3 goals. Now, it's not all Mrazek's fault. I want to get into this. This is the one gripe I have with the Red Wings. And granted, it's just 2 games, so maybe this problem is just a small little hiccup, and they'll bump it out. But they have a hard time keeping the puck out of their own zone, and if they don't fix that problem, it's going to get worse, and it's going to end up costing them a lot of games. Because when you play a high power offensive team that can move the puck well and score, say a team like Tampa Bay, who is I think they're coming to the Joe. I think they're home against Tampa. Don't quote me on that, but they are playing Tampa Bay tonight. So you can't be making mistakes like that against teams like Tampa Bay. You need to fix that problem. Keep the puck out of your own zone. Try to keep it in the opposing zone. Score goals. And that doesn't look like it's an issue since the Red Wings already have 8 goals on the year. I also want to give a shout out, I forgot to mention, to Teemu Pulkkinen, who has 2 goals already. He had 2 goals against Carolina. And without them 2 goals, we probably wouldn't have won the game. So Red Wings off to a great start. They're 2-0-0. They welcome Tampa Bay. And I welcome the rematch. All right, next we're going to talk about the New England Patriots. I'm not going to take too long on this one. I'm going to try not to because, it's not that I'm not proud of New England. It's just I don't want to keep you guys here because I know there are a lot of Patriot haters out there. Go ahead, keep hating. Anyway, there really isn't much for me to say. The New England Patriots look phenomenal. Tom Brady just dominant, especially after coming off of all this Deflategate bullshit, which we're not going to get into because that's old news. But Tom Brady, he's already got, I think, if I read it correctly, he's already broken over 1,000 yards. I think he's just nearing 2. So, big things. Not to mention 11 touchdowns, 0 picks. The New England offense looks really good. The defense, it's functional. They have a defense. It's there. It's definitely not horrible like a lot of people seem to think. But I think the fact that they wailed on the Dallas Cowboys 30-6 shows that they do have a defense. It's there. It can help them win games. And I know Dallas Cowboys are without Tony Romo and Des Bryant, and the game probably would have went a lot different. I don't think Dallas would have been held to 6 points. I still think New England would have won, but that's probably just because I'm a fan. To wrap it all up, though, New England looks really good. Offense looks absolutely stellar. Defense is passable. Now, the big question is, can they repeat? And to that I say, yes, they absolutely can. Will they? I don't know. We'll see. This New England Patriots fan sure as shit hopes so. Now let's get into the Michigan Wolverines. This is the football team. Pretty sure you guys know that because the picture is Jim Harbaugh. And let me tell you, this team has more than blown away the expectations. Who the hell would have guessed that this team would not only be, 5-1, but they got the number 1 defense in the country. I'm not kidding. Look it up. They're also ranked number 12 as of the updated polls after putting a beat down on Northwestern. They got 3 consecutive shutouts and counting. 3 consecutive shutouts. And I know, they haven't, besides Northwestern, they didn't play to any good teams, but nonetheless, a shutout's a shutout. This defense looks great. This Saturday, my friends, this is the big game. Michigan State. Last time I checked, Michigan was 4-point favorites, and it makes sense because they're going to Ann Arbor. And Michigan State, they're not looking so good. So let's hope this is the year that Michigan finally breaks this damn losing streak against Michigan State. One thing's for sure, though, it's going to be a hell of a game. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Go Blue. Believe in Harbaugh. And now we're heading into the last segment of this installment of the CuJo Productions Sports Talk, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I really don't want to talk about it, about them. Yeah, that team right there, the Detroit Lions. I think Captain Picard there says it all. Now, before I move on and start talking about the Lions, I gotta warn you guys, I may get a little loose with my language. This is just a warning now. In the past, I haven't made any bones about getting nasty, but I'm just going to give you guys a little heads up now. I'm not going to be very nice. I'm not going to be subtle at all with this team. I'm just furious right now with the way this team has performed. So you have been warned. If you don't like cussing or swearing, you should probably turn the video off right now. With that said, let's get this nightmare going. The Detroit Lions. My fucking God, the Detroit Lions. Unfucking believable, this team. This team is unfucking real. Okay? They're 0-5 at the moment. They are playing some of the worst goddamn football I have ever seen. Ever seen. I'm 23 years old. I watched this team go 0-16 in 2008. And you know what? They're on their way to that again. Because honestly, I'm not sure I can see them winning a fucking game. The way they're performing, this team, the defense, you know what? Up until against Arizona, it was manageable, but not nearly what it was last year. Especially in the first game of the season against San Diego. They blew a 21-3 fucking lead. But I don't want to really talk about the defense. Let's talk about that abysmal, god-awful, piss-poor, shitty excuse of an offense. My freaking God, this offense. I swear to God, I've seen high school teams that run better offense. No offense to high school football players, but I this offense, this offense is horrible. Horrible. I said high school teams could run better offenses? A fucking team full of deaf little leaguers could run a better offense than this. This is bullshit. This offense, awful. And it all falls back on Joe Lombardi. He's a horrible play caller. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And for God's sake, he needs to go. And that might just be for Jim Caldwell, too. Because I remember a while ago, a couple weeks ago, wasn't a while ago, it was a couple weeks ago, Jim Caldwell was talking about potentially taking the play calling, and he said no, he's going to let Joe Lombardi continue to make the play calls for the offense. Wow. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, if you guys have seen my bold predictions video, you would know that I made some pretty heavy predictions involving the Lions. I said that Matt Stafford would shut his critics up. Yeah, he hasn't done that so far. He has looked awful. And I've been defending this guy for years. I may just have to throw in the towel because Matt Stafford is playing some of the worst football I've ever seen. And boy, oh boy, Golden Tate. Yeah, we'll get to him in a second. I also said this team was going to finish one game back of Green Bay, second place in the NFC North. Yeah, they look like bottom feeders. They really do. 0-5? Forget the playoffs. It's not happening. And yeah, let's get into Golden Tate. Because yesterday, I was at the game against Arizona. Me and my dad went. And you know what? We had a good time. We got to yuck it up with some of the fans. And when I say yuck it up, we laughed at the Lions. They were that bad. This team is so bad that its own fans are laughing at it. And you know what? Why not? But something came up. I noticed. Now, me and my dad left about middle of the fourth quarter. Yeah, we stayed that long. Those seats were emptying by halftime. It was that bad. It was that bad. The seats were getting emptier and emptier. And by the fourth quarter, the stadium looked like it was only half full. Or in this case, half empty. I mean, it was astonishing. I haven't seen fans walk out on a team that bad since 2008 when they started losing all their games. And they went on to lose all their games. I mean, this season, like I said earlier, they're not going to make the playoffs. At 0-5, it's not happening. Sorry. Over. In fact, I'm projecting to hear this come draft, 2016 draft. With the first pick in the 2016 NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select, yeah, At the rate it's going, the Lions are going to have the first pick in 2016. Hooray, another career to ruin. I'm not very apologetic for saying all this because, guys, this team is freaking awful. They're freaking awful. They're just absolutely playing the worst football I have seen in a long time. It's bad. But now I want to get to what Golden Tate said. Apparently, in some kind of interview, he said he felt like that the Lions fans have turned their back on the team. All right. All right. Let's get into this. So, the fans have turned their back on a team that is playing the worst football in the league, and it goes to show because they're 0-5. They're the only team in the league without a win at the moment. They're not showing any sign of improvement. The offense just seems to get worse and worse every week. Oh, but the fans have turned their back on the team. You know what? No. I'm not accepting this for one goddamn minute. Why should the fans have to suffer? Why should the fans have to pour their hard-earned money into this fucking team when they clearly don't give a shit? And you know what? For Golden Tate to go saying shit like that, this guy left a winning team, the Seattle Seahawks, to play for this goddamn train wreck of a team. So you know what, dude? You get what you came for. Because you came to Detroit on a decent contract, and I was excited when they picked up Golden Tate. I thought they would fix the offensive woes, but it hasn't. And I made a bold prediction about Golden Tate saying he would lead the team in catches. Well, yeah, he's making me look stupid. Thanks, Tate. Thanks a lot. While you're at it, go bitch about that too. I don't know why I'm getting so worked up. This team is pathetic. This team is pathetic. Arizona came in, whooped their pathetic asses, made them look bad, made them look exactly like the team that they are. Awful. Just fucking awful. This team is awful. Horrible. Done. Their season's over. I'm not going to stop supporting them, but don't expect me to show up to any games this year. Hell, I'd be surprised if all the games get televised. At the rate it's going, we're looking at another 2008 type of situation where they'll start blocking out games. It's pretty obvious that needs to happen. Because when that happened, the Lions all of a sudden gave a crap and wanted to start winning. And when you look at last year, they were winning. They didn't win the division, but they went to the playoffs. And that's another thing. Making the fucking playoffs isn't good enough anymore. 2 playoff appearances in 20 years is unacceptable. So Golden Tate wants to talk about the fans turning their backs on the Lions. No, the fans are just disappointed and they're fed up with this team not giving a shit. We're fans. We're not stupid. Well, that's all I got to say. I don't want to talk about this team anymore. Absolute train wreck. Fuck them. Horrible. Fucking horrible. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm really sorry that this video was a bit long and it felt a bit rushed. I just wanted to get that out there, get everything out there. This is the new format of the CuJo Productions Sports Talk. Probably gonna do a CPST every Monday. Upload them every Monday. I'm thinking that's a good day because it's beginning of the week. It's a good way to get everyone set up. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a good day, and if you're not, I hope it gets better. Before I go, I want to know what did you guys think of all the subjects I touched on? If you want to cover just one, that's fine. If you want to cover them all, that's also cool. That's the whole point of these CPSTs. I want to get your opinion on everything. I've already made my opinion well known. So anyway, let me know in the comment section. Again, guys, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm Justin Crumley. This is CuJo Productions, signing out.